Hello everyone, it's Miss Gold here. Today I would like to start with a question. How do we help children not just to learn, but truly love learning? The answer is simple and yet very powerful. One way is to spark and encourage curiosity in them, because curiosity is a spark that turns learning from being a chore into an adventure. Children today live in a world full of information. They can look up answers in seconds. But what they cannot Google is the ability to think deeply, ask the right questions, and connect ideas. Research shows that when children are curious, their brains actually release dopamine, the same chemical linked to motivation and reward. Which means curiosity doesn't just make learning possible, it makes learning joyful. So how do we nurture curiosity, develop critical thinking, and deeper learning in children for greater achievements? One of the most powerful tools we have is constructive questioning. Socratic believed the best way to learn is not to be told the answer, but to be guided by thoughtful questions. As parents and teachers, we can do the same by asking thoughtful, open-ended questions that encourage children to think. These questions can be structured in different ways that would develop critical thinking and reasoning skills, encourage self-awareness and reflection, build dialogue and collaboration instead of debate, and help uncover hidden biases and assumptions. I will illustrate how we can do this with one situation. Let's assume a child says success means making a lot of money. First, we can help the child to clarify the statement by asking, what exactly do you mean by success? Can you give me an example of someone you think is successful? This helps the child define their terms and express their thinking more clearly. 2. We can probe assumptions by asking, what are you assuming about the link between money and success? How could we test whether that assumption is true? This challenges hidden beliefs like money always equals happiness. 3. We can probe evidence and reasoning behind the statement with questions like, what evidence do you have that wealth leads to success? Can you think of successful people who don't have money? This encourages critical thinking and weighing of evidence. 4. We can also explore perspectives by asking, what would someone who disagrees with you say about success? How might people in another culture define success? This builds empathy, open-mindedness, and respect for other viewpoints. 5. We can help the child to think about implications and consequences by asking questions like, if we accept that success equals money, what happens to people who don't earn enough? What might be the long-term effects of believing success is only about wealth? This helps the learner think about consequences and big picture. And finally, we can go further by allowing them to question the question by asking, why do you think the question of success is important? What does this definition of success assume about life's purpose? This encourages self-reflection and deeper awareness of their values. The common practice is to ask open-ended questions. Replace yes and no with what and why. Wait for answers. Silence gives children time to think. Follow their curiosity. If they ask why, respond with another thoughtful question. Model curiosity yourself. Children learn most by watching us wonder and explore. Adapt questions to context. A teacher, therapist, or leader may frame questions differently, but the method stays the same. Remember, the goal is not the right answer. The goal is deeper thinking. Think of curiosity as a seed. Every question we ask is like planting one. Some seeds sprout right away, others take weeks, months, or even years. But with patience, those seeds grow into independence, resilience, and a lifelong love of learning. So here is my invitation to you, whether you're at home or in the classroom. Resist the urge to give quick answers. Instead, ask more questions. Because sometimes, that one question is the spark that lights a fire for deeper learning. Thanks for coming to my pep talk. Hope to see you in the next one.